Hi friends, in this tutorial we are going to see Amazon Bedrock service. Amazon Bedrock service is a generative AI service from Amazon, and using this service you can invoke or call generative AI models. So as we know, generative AI models can be different types of models, like LLM model, the model which are based on the text data, like I say ChatGPT model. It could be image models, the model which helps you to generate image or videos. It could be embedding models. So different types of models provided by different companies. All those models you can invoke through the Bedrock. Okay, so what's the benefit of using Bedrock is it's a serverless service. So like I said, other serverless service, it's based on pay as you go model. So each request, you just need to pay for each request, and that's it. You do not need to worry about different pricing from different providers. You just need to go through the pricing of Bedrock. Bedrock will help you to scale the model. It will create all the resources in the background, and it just gives you an API. Using that API you can use any of the industry leading models. Okay, now if you come through the model catalog, here you can see what are different models Bedrock supports. So here we have different types of providers. So lot of providers are there. From the Google, you can see Gemini models, okay, Gamma models, and then you have the Amazon models. Amazon has got lot of models like Titan model, the base models, Titan text image generator model, text models, and then Nova models. Similar way, the Claude models you can see from the Anthropic, Claude Sonnet model, very popular model, okay, and Claude Haiku model. Similar way, we have the model from the IBM, we have models from DeepSeek. Okay, you can also categorize your model based on modality. Modality is something like as I see, the model does different types of work. Okay, so the model like where you can generate images and videos, those are considered in the image category. Okay, so all these models you can see over here. Okay, and then you have the multi-model, the model which will help you to do different modality. It's like if you have an image, it will help you to generate any of the text from that image. Okay, so then you have the embedding model. So when you work with knowledge base and you want to query documents, so this model will help you to chunk or basically cluster your document, or may create the chunking of the document in the form of a embedding and store those documents in vector database. So those are the embedding models. So Amazon has got embedding model called Titan embedding model. We will use this in our further videos, and similar way different types of modality models are there. Okay, now let's come to the most important part, how to test these models. Okay, so let's first hear chat or text model. So chat or text model are also called as a LLM model, which the full name is LLM, means large language model. Okay, so it helps to identify the natural language which we speak, and it will give you the response in the same language. Okay, so these are the different types of LLM models are there. Okay, so let's say use the Amazon model, which is the most cheaper model, and let's go through the Nova Pro model. Okay, and here these are the different types of providers are given to you. Each provider what different model it provides. So you can just go through, like Anthropic model, you can see all the cloud models will be there. Similar way from the Meta, Facebook, you will see the models from here. Okay, and all these models, if you see, let me put it simple one, Nova Pro. Okay, these are on demand models, means you just need to pay as you go. Apply. Okay, here you can write your prompt. So suppose I am writing here the prompt, what is capital of India. Okay, and we know the capital of India is New Delhi, and the model should give you the response here. Okay, you can see the response here, the capital of India is New Delhi. It was officially declared here. Okay. Now, if you want to change your model, so instead of Amazon model, let me go through the Anthropic model, and I am using the Claude Sonnet 4.5 model. Okay. Each model will give you the response in a different formatting. Okay. The same question we are asking here. What is capital of India? Okay, and it just give you one line response. The capital of India is New Delhi, and that's it. Okay, here these things are very important when it comes to the generative AI model and how to invoke these models. Okay, one is input token, output token, and latency. So this model latency is 2.8 seconds. Input token is 13. So token, you can say, like when you gave a sentence, what is capital of India, it is not exactly equivalent to a word. Each token is not exactly equal to one word. It's more complex to that, but for basic understanding, you can just may think like I say one token equal to one word or two words. Okay, similar way output token is 47. Okay, and remember, you can customize your token from here. Okay, maximize how much token you are looking for in the output. Okay, now how much the model will be charged to you, it is very much dependent on how much token you are giving here over here. Okay, now let me ask some different question. Okay, let me ask again about the World War II. Which country won the war? Okay, simple question. I'm asking about the World War II and which country won the war. Okay, so if you see here, this is not just one-liner answer. So it gives us World War II overview and the main opposing sides and others axis powers. Okay, and who are the winners. Okay, and here you can see the input got changed. Now input is 80 token and output is 290 token, and latency is 5.3 seconds. Okay, now before I move ahead, I want to talk two very important concept here. One is called temperature and second is called as a top P. Okay, so if you see any of the model, if you select, okay, these are the two configuration you can change. So let me again come back and let me go to the Amazon model, and this time I'm just selecting Titan text model. Okay, and here also you can see temperature and top P. What does it mean? So as you increase the temperature, both are the probabilities. Okay, so as you increase temperature from 0 to 1, 0 means the model will give you a factual response. The response is very correct and model will not hallucinate much. And as you go for the 1, the model will give you more diverse response, more random response, and it will give you more creativity. So suppose you want to generate a poem or you want to generate some text where you want to use wide different variety of ideas and emotions and words, you should keep the temperature as high as possible, maybe between 0.5 to 0.8. Okay, and where you are dealing with some article related to science or mathematics where you want to just talk about the facts, keep your temperature as low as possible. Okay, similar way the top P. What top P happens, like when the model gives you the response, it generates each word, right? So what will be the next word when it generates the response? What should be the next word? So the next, if your top P is more, the next word will be more diverse, more random. It will pick different varieties of the words. And when the top P is less, it means it will select the word which from a very minimal set of the words given to you. So again, it's the same thing. If temperature and top P is very less, maybe 0 or 0.1, remember the response will be very factual, very deterministic, and very to the point. And as much you increase both of them, you will get both a random response, more diverse response, and the response which will have lot of different varieties of words. Okay, so okay, and next is guardrails. it's a very important concept in Bedrock and in generative AI, because sometimes we want to restrict the output with something like, I do not want to use any profane language. The model should respond in a profane language, or I do not want any sensitive information going to the model or sensitive information coming out from the model, right? So all those things we want to restrict. Those things you can restrict from guardrails. Okay, so we have a separate video for guardrail, you can look over there. And similar way, if you want to generate an image, you can select any image model. So let me create here Titan image model, and by default it generates 3 images. I will just generate only one image. Okay, and just I'm giving it generate an image of a temple. Okay, simple. Okay, so here you see an image of the temple is generated. Okay, so okay, next let's come over here. Next one is a watermark detection. It's a very important feature provided by the Bedrock. So any of the image, if it is generated by any of the generative AI model, and you want to see whether this image is a image generated by a model or it's a image captured by camera or phone, you can put your image over there and it will tell you whether it's a watermark, or its image is generated by the any AI model, or its image is a genuine image. Okay, next one, you can also fine tune your models. So these generative AI model, if you want to fine tune according to your company, according to your use case, you can do all those type of fine tuning, and you can create your custom models. We will go through in different videos for that. Next here is very important, build part. Okay, so what we have seen so far is like how to use the different types of generative AI model. Okay, now in generative AI space, if you want to do more, you would have seen a buzzword called agentic AI, where you can create different types of agents, and those agents will do a lot of work for you in the background. Okay, you want to create a batch process, you want to invoke different types of API into the background, you want to query a database, or you want to query different types of documents. Those agents can do everything for you. Okay, so in this part you can create multiple type of agents. You can also plug in your model with external documentation, external knowledge base, like suppose you have some industry your enterprise documentation. Okay, and when you ask the question, you want to ask the question only with your enterprise documentation. You do not want to search anything into the internet. You can define your knowledge base over here. Guardrails, we already talked about that. You want to restrict the response of the model with some set of rules or instruction which you want to tell them. So those all you can define into the guardrails, and we will discuss about these features in more detail. This is just a very generic video about the Bedrock service. And one more important concept is, if you want to log your input and output request and response of your Bedrock, you can log it over here. So there are two ways you can log. One is logging through the S3 bucket. You can give your bucket name, or you can create your CloudWatch log group and you can log your input request. Okay, this is very important when you work because you want to make sure what are the different type of request and response have gone to the generative AI models. So this is a very small video to go through about the Bedrock interface. In next video, we will call the same Bedrock models through the API. Thank you.